Hi, friends. Thank you guys for joining me at Kohl Kids Live. It's so nice to see all of you. I'm going to wait just a couple more seconds to see if a couple more friends want to join us today. But it's so nice to see all of you, and I hope you guys are having so much fun and doing all kinds of fun activities and different learning things and just checking out all kinds of new cool stuff. It's so nice to have my friends here. I've missed you all so much. So we're going to wait just one more second to see if anybody wants to join us. We are going to get a little bit messy, just a little bit, and use our hands to make something. So I hope you're really, really excited. I think I see more friends. Oh, good. I'm so happy to see you all here. Hi, everyone. Thank you again for joining us at Kohl Kids Live. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrea, and my friend Vito told me that we were learning and exploring artful adventures this week, and I got so excited because I love art. And I want to share with you one of my favorite types of art, sculpture. I love taking something like clay and making a vase or building it into a tall tower or even a person like my mom. But I don't have any clay at home right now, and I bet some of you don't either. So I thought it'd be super fun if we mixed some art with some kitchen science and we made our own Play-Doh, and that way we can make all the sculptures we want. Now, all the ingredients you need are things you would find in your kitchen. So if you ask your grown-up to help you, I bet you can find the things you need for this project. So the first thing I'm going to do is check my recipe. It's right here. The recipe for this Play-Doh is on our website at kohlchildrensmuseum.org. It's also in the link to this video if you click on that. And it's okay if you don't have everything you need right now with your materials. You can always watch me make this. I'm going to show you how to do it step by step, and then get the recipe and all your materials and come try it again later too. The video will stay up online. So first thing I'm going to do is check my recipe and make sure I have everything I need for my Play-Doh. So the first thing I need to make sure is that I have access to a microwave. So mine is sitting right back here, so I can use it very quickly. So we're going to need a microwave. We're going to need a little bit of heat in this science creation Play-Doh. And then I'm going to check to see and make sure I have all my other ingredients. So the first thing it says is I need some flour. So here's my flour right here. And then I need some oil. My oil's right here. You can use whatever oil you have at home. I happen to have canola oil at home, so that's what I'm using. But then we also have some water and some salt and some colors, some food coloring, so we can make our Play-Doh really, really, really fun colors. And then the other thing you need, kind of a special ingredient that not all of you might have, it's called cream of tartar. So cream of tartar is used for baking, but not everybody has it in their pantry. So if you don't have this, you could use some lemon juice or some white vinegar. Now, the only difference is if you're going to substitute the lemon juice or the white vinegar for the cream of tartar, you want to about double the amount. So for this recipe, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the cream of tartar. But if you're going to use the lemon juice or the white vinegar, you want to use about 4 tablespoons. So you want to double it. And then we need something to mix our stuff in. So I've got a mixer and I've got a bowl. I like to also have some paper towels on hand in case I get a little messy. And then we also need to make sure we have a baggie when we're all done to put our Play-Doh in. Okay, so I think we have everything we need so we can get started. So like I said, I'm going to use this to mix our Play-Doh in. You can use whatever bowl or dish is safe to put in the microwave and get warm. I'm going to use this Tupperware so I can see what's happening inside of it and make sure all my things are mixing quite nicely. And then I've got my spoon to mix everything together. So we're going to start by making our Play-Doh with all our dry ingredients. So I need to find my dry ingredients. So flour is pretty dry. So I'm going to start with my flour. And I need, according to my recipe, 1 cup of flour. So I already poured mine, and it's to that line right there that says 1 cup. So I measured it out already. So I'm going to pour my flour into my bowl just like that. And then I need another dry ingredient. See, water is wet. Oil's wet. Salt is dry. I'm going to do the salt next. So salt, I need 1/2 cup of the salt. So I'm going to pour the salt in and I'm going to check my line right there and pour the salt until it comes to that line. Shake it out a little bit. Check my cup. Oh, not there yet. I need some more salt. All right, so I have half a cup of salt. I'm going to pour it in just like that. Okay, so I need my last dry ingredient. That would be my special ingredient, my cream of tartar. Like I said, if you're going to substitute it for the lemon juice or the white vinegar, you want to use 4 tablespoons. But since I have cream of tartar, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. I'm going to take this big spoon right here, pour my cream of tartar in. So that's 1. And that is 2. Put the lid on so I don't make any more of a mess than I have to. Okay, so those are all my dry ingredients. So now I need my wet ingredients. So that would be my water. I need 1 cup of water. I already measured it. It is to that red line right there that says 1 cup. So I'm going to pour in my water just like that. And then I need my other wet ingredient, my oil. And according to my recipe, I need 1 tablespoon of oil. So I'm going to take my big spoon again. I'm going to pour. Try to be careful so I don't spill this everywhere. There we go. 1 tablespoon of oil. Put that over there. I like to move all my ingredients out of the way so I don't hit them on accident and make a bigger mess than I have to. So now that I have all my main ingredients, now I get to do the fun part. I get to pick what color I want to make my Play-Doh. So let's see. I've got my food coloring right here, and I think today I want orange Play-Doh today, I think. Oh, but my food coloring, I only have green and yellow and blue and red. So how do I make orange? How can I make orange? You're right. I can mix the colors together. I can mix, well, to get orange, I need to mix red right here. I need to mix some red with some yellow. I need to mix some red and some yellow. Move those 2 out of my way because I already knocked them down already. Oh, that's going to make such a pretty orange. So I squirted my food coloring in there. I put the lids back on because food coloring, when it spills, makes a big old mess. So I want to be careful. So here's what I have so far. I've got all my ingredients in here and my food coloring. So now it's time to mix it up. So we are going to mix our Play-Doh up and see what we get. So the nice thing is most of those ingredients we poured in were white powders. So what we want to do is mix it so that all that white is gone and all you can see is the color that you want your Play-Doh to be. So in my case, I want all of this to turn orange. And as you're mixing, you might feel some chunky stuff on the bottom. You just want to kind of scoop that and mix it and get everything to the color of your Play-Doh. So in this case, orange. And you might also see some chunky parts and some chunky bits kind of floating a little bit and some lumps. You just want to crush them. You can use a whisk if you want. You can use a craft stick, whatever you want to mix with. I'm using this spoon because it's easier to get in these little crevices at the bottom of my Tupperware. So I'm going to check the bottom. Oh, I see some white there. So I'm going to mix that up to make sure that is all orange. I want everything orange. So that way I know it's all mixed together. So mix, 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 stir, stir, stir. Oh, and if your arm gets tired, you try mixing with the other hand. See what that's like. So we want to mix and stir our Play-Doh up. Okay, time to check the bottom. I think I got it all. I think I have turned everything orange. All right. So the other important thing before we do this next step is you want to kind of try, if you mixed any of your Play-Doh up to the side of the bowl, you want to try to scrape that down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more stirs just for good luck. Good luck, Play-Doh. I'm so excited to play with you. All right. And I'm gonna put my spoon over here. So now I mixed up my Play-Doh. I've got this nice orange dough here, but it's kind of moving around and it's not staying firm. I can't really make a sculpture out of this yet. I don't have Play-Doh. So if any of you have ever made slime before, you know that sometimes we have to introduce another ingredient to make all our ingredients stick together and bind together. And in this case, in this recipe, we're going to use heat. We're going to heat it up so it all sticks together like when we bake or we cook. So that's what our microwave is for. So I'm going to get a paper towel to cover my Play-Doh because my mom doesn't like it when I make a mess in the microwave. And I am going to open up my microwave, put my Play-Doh in there, and I'm going to cook my Play-Doh for 2 minutes. So 2, start. I'm so excited for my Play-Doh. So now, while our Play-Doh's cooking for 2 minutes, now's a good time to take our dishes, put them away, clean up, put our ingredients away, help our grown-ups wash up to make our space ready to play when it's all ready. But right now, I'm going to show you what our Play-Doh will look like when it's all ready. So this is some Play-Doh I made almost 2 weeks ago. It lasts actually a really long time. And you can see I can roll it up into a ball and then smash it down with my hand. Ooh, and now I have an imprint of my hand in my Play-Doh. I flattened it and I have an imprint now. That's pretty fun. I can also flatten it out and use some different tools I found in my kitchen in my Play-Doh to add some texture, to add something different to it. So I'm going to use this honeycomb right here because I liked the lines. And I'm going to push down in it. Oh, wow. So now I have these repeating lines, this pattern in my Play-Doh. Just like that, it kind of looks like tracks. And then I also brought a fork because I wanted to make some dots. So I'm going to make some dots and make a nice pattern of dots in my Play-Doh. Oh, that's so much fun. So now I have some dots and some lines in my Play-Doh, all different textures. And another thing you can try with this Play-Doh, I'm going to grab a little piece. I found these measuring spoons in my kitchen, and they've got some raised parts on the back. So I thought it'd be nice to try and smash some Play-Doh against it, see if I can get an imprint on it. All right, so I'm going to smash it on the back of that spoon. Oh, my Play-Doh's ready. Okay, so we'll see what we get. And there, I got a nice imprint on my Play-Doh. That's pretty fun. So I'm going to move this to the side for a second, and we are going to take our Play-Doh out of the microwave. All right. So here is my Play-Doh. Now, when you take it out this first time, you might see that it's kind of got a little bit of a skin on it. So what you want to do is take a wooden spoon this time because it's easier to mix with. And also, we don't want to use metal because this is hot. And we want to stir up our Play-Doh because the heat only got to the top part of my Play-Doh. It didn't get to the inside. So as you can see, it's still a little ooey gooey and runny on the insides. So I want to get that heat everywhere in my Play-Doh so that I can have nice Play-Doh to make fun sculptures with, and sculptures that stay put. So I'm going to give my Play-Doh a good mix. One last mix. And you want to try and break up that skin, that hard part that was on top, as much as possible. All right. I think that's nice and mixed. So I'm going to put the cover on it one more time. And I'm going to heat up my Play-Doh one last time to make it all go together. Now, my microwave's a little older, so I'm going to put my Play-Doh on for about a minute. But if you have a newer microwave or a higher speed microwave, you can do about 30 seconds. All right. So I'm putting my Play-Doh back in for 1 minute. Oh, I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. And then I'll have green and orange Play-Doh. That's going to be so much fun to play with and to make different patterns and designs with the colors. Ugh. Now that we're sitting here, we can think about what we might want to make with our Play-Doh. What kind of sculptures do we want to make today? I think I want to make a snake. I think I want to try and make a snake. So I'm going to take some of my Play-Doh right here. I'll roll it. Ooh, and I've got a snake. I'm going to take a little bit right here. That's his tongue. Ooh, I think I'm going to use my fork. I'm going to put some dots on his back. Nice pattern on my snake. And now I've got a nice snake. So I'm going to leave him there because my Play-Doh's ready. So now this part is the most important part. When we take our Play-Doh out for the second time, it's going to be very, very, very hot. So we want a grown-up to do this part. So the grown-up is going to take the Play-Doh out of the microwave. It's all mushy like that, and you are going to dump it out the best you can. Mine's a little stuck, so I'm going to use my spoon to get it out. Now your Play-Doh should be one nice big ball like this, and it's going to be, like I said, very, very hot. So you want to try as much as possible, grown-ups, to push it together so that it can form together. Now mine is really hot, so I'm going to let it sit there. When it cools down just a little bit, I'll knead it a little bit more so it all goes together. But right now, I'm going to let it sit on this nice flat surface right here so it can cool down. And that's important too. When we play with Play-Doh, we want to play with it on things like this table right here so that we can easily wipe it off or clean it up if we make a mess, but also so it doesn't get stuck in things like the carpet. That's no fun. Not a good place for Play-Doh. So here I have my Play-Doh. All right, it's cooling down a little bit, so I'm going to push it together. And as you're pushing your Play-Doh together, you might feel, like I did, that there are a couple of parts that are still really dry and they're not really going to soften, and that's okay. I am just going to pick these right out right here, put them over here, and I'll throw them away. I do not need them. So you can pick out those dried parts and let your Play-Doh cool for about a minute or two, just so it's nice and cool. And then it's totally ready to play with. And you can make things like my fun snake right here. And then when we're all done with our Play-Doh, now mash it back together just like this. And I'm going to put it in this baggie. Now, like I said, I made this green Play-Doh almost 2 weeks ago, so it's kept a really long time. But since we used materials we found in our kitchen, it won't last forever. It'll just last for a little while. And that's okay. We can always make more. But to make it last really long, you want to make sure you put it in the bag and you want to make it sealed nice and tight. So that way not a lot of air can get into it. So how did your Play-Doh turn out? Oh, I'm hearing some friends say that their Play-Doh turned out great and some who say they want to try again. And that's okay. That's the best part about art and science. You can try as many times as you want until you get it the way you want it and the way you planned it. You can also try something totally new and change up the recipe a little bit. Like for this Play-Doh, maybe you want it to smell good too. So not just feel nice on our hands, but smell really good too. So you could add in some spices or some seasonings or some essential oils to make it smell like different things. Trying different things with our Play-Doh and our recipes in art and science is how we learn, and we ask new questions and try different things. So what do you guys think you're going to make with your Play-Doh? Oh. Okay, I heard a dog, I heard a flamingo, and I heard a building. Oh, a really tall building. Oh, I can't wait to see all of those. And if you go to our website, kohlchildrensmuseum.org, we have a spot on there where you can send us the pictures of your artwork, whether it's your Play-Doh sculptures, your amazing sculptures, or maybe it's a different project you want to show off. You can send us like the puffy paint we made yesterday. You can show us those pictures and we'll put them up in our gallery, and then all of our friends can see them, and we'll all have a gallery of our beautiful artwork together. And also on our website is our artful adventure exploration for tomorrow. So tomorrow, I hear we're going to be learning about collage. So another art form where we get to touch things, which is so much fun. And there's all different kinds of resources on there as well, including more art projects if you just can't get enough art and you want to do some more projects. We've got a lot on there, so be sure to check it out. And I hope you guys had so much fun learning with me and making some Play-Doh. Now be sure to be back here on Facebook Live Friday at 10:30, where my friend Vito is going to be back to do a nice wrap up of our week and talk about all the fun art we learned about, read a story, and he's going to tell us which exhibit we're exploring next week. I am so excited. I can't wait to find out. So I hope you guys had so much fun. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.